think so as well.
Oh, we have breaking news. The Rams have just acquired Matt Stafford.
Nuh-uh. No. Yep. Oh, wow. Wow.
The Rams,
Wow.
2 future first-round picks, a third-round pick, Jared Goff per sources. Stafford is special on film.
Matthew Stafford at his best is a top 10 quarterback, and in the second tier below those elite guys. Jared Goff isn't anywhere close to that.
Yeah, I love this. I really do. I mean, I understand people aren't going to like it because of the picks. I'll be honest with you, I don't really care. I mean, screw the picks. For real, screw them. And I think it's a huge deal. And ultimately, this is a Super Bowl team now. I think this is the favorite in the Super Bowl hasn't even started, and I think the Rams are already the favorite next year for the end. And they're going to lose John Johnson.
Dallas and Chicago. The interesting part here is Chicago and the Rams. They're kind of evenly matched, and that week 1 matchup will go a long way to determine this.
Because you guys were asking me, what are your thoughts? Cynthia Freeland has the Rams miss the playoffs. Are we in panic mode? No, we're not. No panic mode. The Rams are going to make the playoffs. That's a given. The question is, will Matthew Stafford win the MVP like I expect, and will the Rams win the Super Bowl against the Los Angeles Chargers like I expect them to?
And then the Rams will come in third. I think a lot of people are missing the mark on this one. It's a totally new defense except Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. 10 other new players basically will be on that defense for the most part. Entirely new secondary. And mind you, new defensive coordinator in Raheem Morris. It's not like Raheem Morris is all of a sudden Wade Phillips. I mean, when you think about it. So I don't know that the Rams are there yet. Then when you think about everything they gave up to give Matthew Stafford an opportunity to go to what people say is the best team he's ever been on, Seattle ain't going nowhere. All Seattle did was get better.
Keyshawn Johnson said the Rams are going to finish in 3rd place in the division. Burgess and Rapp. So they feel good about their team. That's why I think they're a Super Bowl team.
Big deal for a Rams team that has put all their eggs in this year's basket to see, okay, we're good, but we're not as good as the other good teams. We're not good enough, and I don't see that changing.
I'm with you, Nick, and it's because of the last thing you said. They're all in.
Was the reason they could see the Rams losing early on in the Super Bowl is the reason they end up winning the Super Bowl. I don't think it was a fair analysis anyway, but it would be really funny to watch everybody say that, you know, Pat Stafford and the dude that can't stop throwing interceptions didn't throw an interception all of the playoffs. He can't win in the playoffs, ends up going 4-3 in the playoffs.
Matthew Stafford can be a liability to this team and has been a liability at spots throughout this season. The only 2 people in the world that will not say it are Sean McVay and Dan Orlovsky.
I'm not going to hold that against him that he doesn't have the playoff experience, but he is tied for the 2nd most interceptions in the league, Dan. How is that not concerning to you?
But you didn't go from Jared Goff to the Brady, Mahomes, Rodgers class. You went from Jared Goff up a little bit.
The bottom line is this. You're Matthew Stafford. At some point in time, damn, you got to win 1 playoff game. And I don't know if he's going to beat Kyler Murray tonight. I don't think so.
And then they force it to be Stafford got to beat him with his arm. And now you got Stafford trying to outgun Brady. I'm going with Brady all day, every day.
But I wouldn't be surprised, once again, I said it against the Cardinals, I'll say it again, wouldn't be surprised that the Rams are truly on a mission and they're truly on a revenge tour, and the Niners game was the last thing, really, where if they won that game, they might have been setting themselves up for a letdown, but instead, because they lost the game against the Niners, now they just have to win 4 straight. And they've already won 1 of them, so now they just have to win 3 straight to go to the Super Bowl and win it. It's that simple. You win this weekend, you have 1 more game to get to the Super Bowl. See, when you think about it, the playoffs simplified, it's really not that difficult, but it is in the moment. I think the Rams are ready for the moment, so I'm taking them 31-20.
And all those people who send me stuff on the internet, memes saying, all your guy does is pad stats, you were wrong. For years, I have told, and a small group of people have told everybody, Matthew Stafford is a great player. And you say, well, he doesn't win games. He played in Detroit. He's never been to the playoffs and won a game. He played in Detroit. This was the moment that Matthew Stafford had to prove everybody wrong.
Anyone that thinks Cooper Kupp's not the MVP, He's the last one standing. Anyone that thought Matthew Stafford wasn't good enough to win a playoff game, he's won 2. Anyone who thought Matthew Stafford was going to fall and that Tom Brady, a.k.a. the GOAT by everybody, but it's Tom Brady, was going to take down Mr. Chokejob Matthew Stafford, well, they were proven wrong.
I'm going 23-20 Kyle over Coach McYay. How about that?
I do think that that is a big thing here. That's a big key. And so I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners do win this game. However, I do think the Rams are going to win this game. And it's not necessarily a biased standpoint. They are the better team. They've proven that. You know, just because you have a bad matchup doesn't mean that you're not as good of a team as the other team. I just think that there's so much here for me to lean Rams, because the Niners, I'll tell you this right now, they're playing good football as well. But it took some crazy things to happen for the Rams to lose that game. I'm going to say this, and this is bold, but hear me out. The Rams' offense is not perfect. The Rams' offense is definitely missing something, okay? I feel like they could be a lot better. But with that said, the Rams' offense does something that the Chiefs don't, and it's why they are going to Super Bowl and the Chiefs are not. So I think, to me, you look at Stafford, you look at what he's done in the playoffs. I mean, this is his moment. This is his moment. Burrow will have many moments. This is Stafford's moment. You know, all year we talked about hearing over and over again, 0-3, 0-3, 0-3. We talked about how he can't win the big game. We talked about Stat Padford. We talked about how he chokes, how he throws interceptions. Well, I mean, you know, what if he comes into this game, balls out in front of, you know, the SoFi Stadium crowd, which, you know, that's his home stadium, and he wins Super Bowl MVP? Who's ever going to say anything after that? Pretty much all of the points about Matthew Stafford are done. They're absolutely done. End them. It's over. Bury him. So,
Bottom line, final score for me, I got the Bengals winning this game 23-21, a much lower scoring game than you.
The Bengals are going to win this Super Bowl, and the why is extremely simple. Because of Joe Burrow. Point blank, period. I understand that the Rams have a better offensive line. The Rams have a better defensive line. The Rams have a better secondary. The Rams have a better coach. The Rams are playing at home, but I don't care about all that because the Bengals have Joe Burrow.
I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. That's who I'm going with, and that's where I'm putting my most of my faith in Joe Burrow. And Chris, only from this standpoint. This dude has won his entire life. We talk about what he did, national champion, right, LSU, in college. He won the Heisman Trophy. He won all kinds of awards, the Lombardi Award, the Manning Award, AP College Player of the Year, Sporting News College Player of the Year. I mean, I could just go. His resume is so damn impressive.
Can you save us? I need you to be selfish. I am going with the Cincinnati Bengals. And here's what that means. That means I'm the only person that is going to be correct. All of you are still betting against Joe Burrow.
And Jared Goff will get the last laugh here.
Is that really what you're guessing?
That's what I'm guessing. No, I'm going with the Bengals. I think they're very even. I'm hearing a lot about this. Oh, the Rams are home. Like, first of all, are they really home? Isn't it going to be a third Rams fans, third Bengals fans, and a third these douchey guys in suits that don't care? That's what the crowd will be. And as far as being home for 2 weeks, like, I think you're better off on the road, right? When you've had your most fun with your friends, they've been on the road. They're at their best. They got a pop in them. They're going off. They don't have to get home to the kids. The Rams still have to put their kids to bed at night. I like that the Bengals had the time off and were on the road and are coming here now. And by the way, Sean McVay, last 7 times he's had 10 or more days rest for this team. 2-5, 2-5 against the spread, and that's going to be good for Joe Burrow. Take a look. I think he's the better quarterback, and I don't want to miss out on the Joe Burrow train.
I believe Cincinnati is the best team, therefore they win 28-24.
Is Joe Shiesty, is that his nickname? I'm going with the Bengals.
I'm giving you a score too. Bengals 31, Rams 28.
The story of Matt Stafford is too good. The story of Sean McVay completing this thing is too good. It's too good to be true. I'm going to go with the Bengals, and I think they are going to finish this unbelievable run. I am putting on the gold chain, the Bengals chain. And you know what? I think the take on Monday from a lot of people is going to be like, What were we thinking? What were we watching? Why did we not pick them? We've been watching this whole thing in slow motion in front of us. Why did I pick the Rams? I think it's going to become one of these head slapper things like, God, Burrow and everybody was so good and so smooth. And you know what? I don't think it's going to be one of these things where they're down 20 points and get come back. I think they're going to lead from the get-go. I think they're going to run. I think they're going to get up early. I think they're going to finish this thing. I think it's going to be 31-23, and I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl. Wow. And I got the chain on to prove it.
But to me, the Bengals are a special team. I believed in them and picked them and just kind of rode with them for a reason, and let's just take a look back. They welcomed me to Cincinnati. Chris Collinsworth is dapping me up about Cincinnati. I've eaten the graders, and I am, of course, going to pick the Cincinnati Bengals. It is a team of destiny. That destiny is not to get to LA. It is to win it all in LA. Hooray, baby, Bengals.
The final score I have, the prediction is 30-27. I have Matthew Stafford winning the Super Bowl MVP. And I'll say the dark horse, the underdog Super Bowl MVP that you should all be betting on right now is Eric Weddle. Because hear me out when I say this. I think it's going to be Stafford. But I think the Rams win. So if the Rams win, it's going to be a Ram. Duh. If Matthew Stafford doesn't win Super Bowl MVP, then that probably means he didn't have a great game, or it probably means that the defense had a player that really stood apart and had a great game. And Eric Weddle has made it known he is not coming back. This is it. This is his last game. I would expect this guy to literally lay it all out on the line and maybe come away with a pick, maybe a forced fumble. And like I said, he takes one of those back for a touchdown, and he's in the conversation. I really think the odds betting on him make a lot of sense. He, to me, is the dark horse Super Bowl MVP.
Joe Burrow can get it done, but the team on the other side, KD, Steph, Clay, they got too much firepower, man. The Rams, look at the Rams. They got Aaron Donald, Von Miller. No, it's not blasphemy. It's not blasphemy. Are you comparing the Golden State Warriors with KD to the Rams? Really? Really?